Next we have additive inverse. When you say inverse, mean the opposite. So what will be the opposite of plus? It will be minus. What is opposite of minus? It will be plus. So suppose I have 6. What did I do? What is opposite of 6? It will be 6. The number will be same, but sign will change. Here I have plus. Here I have to make it minus. So that we will have plus to minus will be minus 6 into 6. 6 minus 6 will get 0. Okay. So see, when integer we add it to the opposite of it, we get the result as 0. Such number we call it as additive identity. So remember, when we have any number, we may add another number to it so that it will give us the answer 0. So those number we call it as additive identity. Okay, sorry, additive inverse. Okay, so like here you can see, remember what will be the additive inverse? The number will be same but only opposite in sign. If you have plus, the opposite will be minus. If you have minus, the opposite will be plus. Okay, like here you can see, what is opposite of 2? Minus 2. What is opposite of 3? Minus 3. What is opposite of 11? Minus 11. Then you may have minus 2. What is opposite of minus 2? It will be 2. Okay, number will be same but only opposite in sign. So remember, when we say additive inverse, it is opposite. But opposite in what? Opposite in sign. Okay, when you have plus, the opposite will contain minus, and when you have minus, the opposite will be plus. So here you see, okay, an integer with its opposite, that means the sign is different from that of integer. That is what we call additive inverse. Then next we see property of 1. When we add 1 to any integers, that number will increase by 1. Okay, so that number we used to call it successor. So remember, when we add 1 to any number, it will give us its successor. Now we will see those property in case of subtraction. Okay, so here also same closure property. If you have two number, you minus them, you get another number. 3 is integer, 7 integer, minus 4 integer. Okay, so such property we call closure property. So let us check. Commutative property, remember there should be two number. Are they correct or not in case of subtraction? Example, you can take like, we have two number. One is 7, one is minus 8. Can we reverse them or not? See here you have 7 minus 8. So minus to minus will be plus. So 7 plus 8, we will get the answer to be 15, right? But if suppose I write minus 8 minus 7, here both are minus. Okay, here you see I write first 7, then I write 8. Now I reverse. Both are minus, we have to plus, but sign remain same. Okay, so here you see, are they same? Here you have minus, here you have plus. The answer are not same. 1 plus 1 minus, that means they are different. So that means there is no commutative property for minus. Okay, I already told you it will be there for plus, it will be there for multiply, but it will not be there for minus, because we already check and we see that the property does not hold, because what we have in the left is not equal to what we have in the right. Next we'll examine associative property, okay, for minus. So remember, for associative we need three numbers. Take the example here. We have 8, 4 and 2. Let us see if we exchange the bracket, will we get same answer or not. So here we minus first 8 and 4. You will get 4. Then 4 you minus with 2. The answer you get is 2. Okay, let's exchange the bracket here. 4 minus 2 equal 2. Then 8 minus 2, 6. Are they equal? 6 and 2? No. So that means even associative property, it is not there for minus. Okay, it is not there for minus, because you already see when we exchange the bracket, the answer does not come same. Then next we have property of 0. When we minus 0 to any number, what happened? The number still remain the same. Remember, no? We call it additive identity. So here you can see that mean even if we minus or even if we plus, the number does not change, they remain the same. That is why they get the name additive identity. Then the property of 1. When we minus 1 from any number, remember those, okay? That number will be less by 1. So when the number is less by 1, we call it predecessor. Remember, when we add 1, it increased by 1. We call it successor, the new number. When we minus 1, it reduced by 1. That new number, we call it as predecessor. So if you want the successor, you have to plus 1. When you want the predecessor, you have to minus 1. Then next we will see property for multiplication. The same property, but we'll examine them. Are they true or not? Here also you have two numbers, you may multiply them. So remember, when you have to multiply, do you have minus? You should not minus, okay? You have to multiply number with number, alphabet with sign with sign. Here plus into minus, answer will be minus 3 into 4, it will be 12. So there you will see, okay, this is integer, this is integer, this is integer. So that means this property, it is there for multiplication. Now we'll examine commutative property. Remember, commutative property, we need two numbers, okay? So let us check, is it true or not if we exchange them. We may have 2 into 4, it will be equal to 8. We may reverse 4 into 2, still equal to 8. So you see, I may write 2 into 4, same. Or if I write 4 into 2 also, we get same answer. So that means the commutative property, it is there for multiplication. So that means which one to write first, which one to write later, we don't have to worry. We can write any one first because the answer will be the same. So that is why when we multiply, we can write either A into B or B into A. A and B, they can be any number which belong to integers, okay? So remember, this kind of property, whether it is plus or multiply, we call it as commutative property.